Yes, I'm not sure. No, I don't think I did. Oh yes, we have not with Acharya, with Naveen.
Full moon, when we say full moon, it simply means that the earth does not come in between sun and the moon. The day when the earth doesn't come in between, and the sunlight fully is reflected into the moon. It becomes, obviously, that's how you can simply say that it is the full moon. We are also aware of the full moon and tides and the waves in the ocean. It brings about the changes. It's very interesting to note about 15 years ago in Miami.
Did you lock the door?
No, I didn't look
In Miami,
Let's wait 10 more minutes.
Dr. Arnold is a psychologist who collected the data of, there is a Dade County, D-A-D-D? Dade, not Dade, it's a Dade County. He collected the data for 15 years of people who committed homicide. And he concluded that the traditional understanding of the full moon is right. That in every full moon we must do either meditation or we must engage ourselves in any activity which helps us to withdraw the mind within. But on what basis he concluded? I read it a couple of years back, and then he says that there were precisely, if I'm not mistaken, there's 1,788 homicide cases took place on the full moon.
Where is homicide?
In Dade County, on the full moon. And that happened.
Oh no.
That happened on the full moon.
Emotions.
Then he further conducted the same survey in other counties also. He said,
excuse me, one question. You mean the percentage was much higher?
much higher of
Then-
homicide
Yeah,
on the day of the full moon than normal
yeah.
days.
Homicide is a suicide.
No.
Killing.
Homicide.
Killing.
Oh, like murder.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, no, that's fine.
He did the same survey in other counties and he found the same result. He said, yes, it's not a fairy tale, it's not a myth. I'm just opening up the area, understanding of this full moon meditation. In India, when there is a full moon, it's some kind of a tradition that we should reach home early. And we start after taking our dinner, we should sit together and start praying and going into the meditation. Traditional knowledge from the yoga says that on the full moon there is every possibility that we move into emotional upsets, mental issues, mental problems, criminal, assertive, negative behavior. And that is why the tradition of the full moon started, that whenever there is a full moon, I should know the exact day, time, and before we are progressing into the time of the full moon, we should move into a deeper meditation. That is just, I'm giving a reference. This is the first, it's the beginning of my programs on full moon meditation. Now, another aspect of this moon in yoga and in Indian astrology and also in spirituality, the moon and the mind are synonyms. Or if I say the mind is represented by the moon. One, and I have talked this earlier also, that if we divide the entire body into two parts vertically, the left side of the body is represented by the moon. Divide vertically half. The entire left side is represented by the moon, and the entire right side is represented by the sun. What we do in full moon meditation, that we bring about a balance. One, on the right and the left, flow of the energy through the different practices of the breathing. One. When we are consciously exploring the energy movement on the left side of the body, there is every possibility that this energy releases or frees itself from the unconscious, subconscious movements of anger, violence, negative emotions, and we can enter deeper into the meditation. Another thing, there are many, it's such a deep tradition that every full moon meditation, every month, it is dominated by one zodiac sign. So today it is Cancer and Capricorn. So especially those people who have the Capricorn and the Cancer sign must pay full attention. They must go. If the yoga tradition says, they must go into full moon meditation. I'm a Capricorn.
Are you a Capricorn?
Yes, I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, you're Capricorn. Oh.
You're also Capricorn?
No.
I am.
Oh, you're a Capricorn?
Yeah.
Oh, right. We must go into this practice of meditation. Second thing, that in every full moon meditation, every month, that day and the time is presided by so-called one astral being. In yoga we say that in Indian tradition we say it is presided by one god or goddess. So we pick up the syllable, the seed mantra related to that god, and then we should use to chant in our meditation. So I'll be starting with that, and today's presiding deity is Ganesha.
Ganesha.
Yeah. Another thing, and then we will start. This is long. I'm just breaking up in different parts. Out of the 7 days, the moon is associated with Mondays. Every Monday, we have some relationship of the moon and the entire 24 hours. Last thing, that when we do this moon meditation, we draw the mind deeper within. I have talked all the negative aspects of this day, but there are positive aspects. It says that the spiritual consciousness is fully available on every full moon. Even a little withdrawal of the mind helps us to enter into the meditative state, and the effect remains sometime for weeks together. last thing, that before the beginning of the next full moon, we should start some practice of meditation 5 days before the full moon, and we will continue 5 days after the full moon. So it becomes totally 11 days of the practice. 1, the full moon, 5 days before and 5 days after. And I have seen in, I would say, hundreds of the people, especially who had issues with their emotions and the relationship and aggression and the violence, and sometimes PMS, premenstrual syndrome, and with the women. And I said, no, let us, you come 5 days before, I'll give you the practice, and then I gave the full transcription on the full moon. The same practice continues for another 5 days. I said, at least can you do it for 11 days every month and see the result. And I have seen a great positive result with that meditation practice. So let us do in a very simple and humble way today's full moon meditation. And then we move in an advanced way into the next phase of the meditation. Please lie down on the back. Lie down on the back. You were listening to me, so let us stretch your body, go into the relaxation, and then we will try to do it while sitting. And if you feel uncomfortable, then yes, you can lie down and you can continue meditation while lying down. First, lie down on the back and close your eyes. Lie down on the back and close your eyes. Let us raise both your arms up and bring them behind your head on the floor. Yes. While breathing in deeply, stretch both your arms. Stretch all the toes towards me. Continue breathing in and stretch. Continue breathing in and stretch. Stretch. Breathe out and release the stretching. Keep the arms there. We're just doing a couple of times. We are stretching the body so that we can sit for meditation. Again, breathe in. You inhale deeply and stretch both your arms. Stretch your rib cage. Stretch all the toes. Total stretching. Peak, stiffen, tighten your arms. Tighten your thighs, your knees, your calves, your toes while breathing in. Now release that stretching. Release, relax the entire body. The third time, breathe in again. Breathe in and stretch both your arms. Tighten both your arms, your shoulders. Continue to breathe in. Tighten your thighs, your knees and the calves and the toes. Total stretching. And release the stretching. 2 more times. Breathe in. Stretch your arms. Tighten both your arms. Stretch to the peak. Maybe that you feel a little pain. And breathe out. Release the stretching. Once again, breathe in. Breathe in, stretch. All your toes, both the arms, yes, legs. Continue tightening the entire part. Breathe out. Relax. Bring your arms down near the thighs. Bring your arms near the thighs. Become aware of the body. Be comfortable. Just a 4-step. Be comfortable. No stretching in any part of the body. And become aware of the body. Feel the head and the neck and become aware. Feel the right arm and become aware. Feel the left arm and become aware. Feel the right leg and become aware. Feel the left leg and become aware. Feel the entire body and become aware. Just an awareness of the body, and now feel the shape of the head and the neck. Experience the stillness, the right arm stillness, left arm and stillness, right leg and stillness, left leg and stillness, the entire body. We are just relaxing before going into that practice of meditation. Become aware of the breath. Just an awareness of the breath. Just an awareness of the breath. Awareness of the breath. You are comfortable, carefree and casual, just in that state. First, we allow the energy to move predominantly and consciously on the left side of the body. How it happens: bring your right hand on both the nostrils, the middle two fingers is touching the left nostril. Plug off the right nostril with the right hand thumb gently. And in the same state, start breathing deep, silent and slow breathing through the left nostril. Continue the deep breathing that takes time. You breathe out, and that breathing takes a long time. Breathe in through the left nostril again, and breathe out through the left nostril. Breathe in, continue breathing in through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril. Continue breathing in for a couple of minutes We breathe in, the air goes in through the left nostril. It goes deeper, and you breathe out. Breathing. You breathe out. Deep, silent, and slow breathing only through the left nostril. You will discover in few seconds that the left nostril gets opened up. There becomes the free flow of the breath through the left nostril if it is obstructed. It happens in a few minutes and sometime in few seconds. Deep, silent and slow breathing. Continue, please. Only through the left nostril, the right is plugged off by the right hand. Now, bring your right hand down on the floor, just an awareness of the breath, an awareness of the breath in the state of awareness and stillness in the body. You are aware of the breath. The moon is represented by the middle of the eyebrows at the physical level. It roughly corresponds to the pineal gland. The moment the breath goes in, look at the middle of the eyebrows. The moment the breath comes out, look at the middle of the eyebrows. Every time the breath goes in, your awareness and attention looks at the middle of the eyebrows. The moment the breath comes out. So it means with every breath going in, looking at the middle of the eyebrows, looking at the middle of the eyebrows when the breath comes out. The moment the breath goes in, I will chant the word, but you chant it mentally. Couple of times you hear it. We're helping the mind to withdraw within, and then we will start chanting the right mantra for today. The moment the breath goes in, as the breath drops in, chant mentally, Om Shanti. When the breath comes out, Om Shanti. 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 Mentally, with every breath going in or coming out, you're chanting Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Before we start chanting the actual mantra, we're helping the mind to remain within with this mantra to help ourselves. Again, leave this chanting, maintain your awareness of the breath, awareness of the breath. The moment the breath goes in, look at the middle of the eyebrows. Om Somaya Namaha. The moment the breath comes out, Om Somaya Namaha. Om Somaya Namaha. You may may consciously regulate the breath, make it a little deeper. As I chant it, listen to that phrase. With every chanting, you synchronize the breath is going in and coming out. And after some time, when I'll ask you to chant it mentally, you start chanting it mentally. When I chant Om Somai Namaha, so either your breath is going in or out, then I give a gap. In that gap, you are just breathing in or breathing out, and gradually, in that gap, you start chanting mentally. So one time you chant mentally, and the next time you listen to my chanting, and the mind picks up the rhythm. Om Somai Namaha. Om Somai Namaha. Om Somai Namaha. Om Somai Namaha. When there is a gap, I'm breathing in and chanting mentally Om Somai Namah. So you are also chanting mentally. And when the breath is coming out, I'm chanting loudly, and you hear that. Om Somai Namah. Om Somai Namaha. Om Somai Namaha. Every time the chanting continues, you're looking at the middle of the eyebrows deep inside. Om Somai Namaha. 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 Now chant mentally Om Somai Namaha, looking deeply inside the middle of the eyebrows. Either you may see the dark space, and sometimes we see the brightness there. With every breath going in, Om Somai Namaha. There are 3 syllable mantra. The breath comes out. Om Somai Namaha. Continue. Just stop this chanting, but remain in that state. Remain in that state of awareness of the breath going in and coming out. As the breath goes in, look deep inside the forehead. As the breath comes out,
We do not force the mind to create, but as the breath goes in, just an awareness of the circle, like the moon. As the breath comes out, the awareness of the moon in the sky. We are not forcing, as if our awareness goes deep down and it discovers the same presence deeper within. With every breath going in, with every breath coming out. Mind may be distracted by the thought. Let the thought make you aware of the breath. Let the breath make you aware of deeper within. Let the breath make you take your awareness deeper within with every breath. Deep within. We're not concentrating, just an awareness of the moon in the deep sky, as if we are moving very far from us, from our body, looking into the infinite sky with every breath, coming out, and awareness of the same moon-like deep inside when the breath goes in. Just awareness deep inside the forehead. Even leave the breath as it is, looking deep inside the forehead. Allow your awareness to move deeper. And just be there. You are simply present. But if the thought comes, take the help of the breath going in and looking deeper within. The breath comes out. Awareness runs into the sky and becomes aware of that moon. Then after that, leave the breath. Go deep within the forehead. You're looking, you're aware, you are present deeper within. That is all. Just awareness of the presence within at this moment of the full moon. Is enough to bring that spiritual consciousness in us. Satyaham and the truth consciousness. Buddho I'm the pure awareness. I I'm of the nature of pure wisdom. Just a presence deep within your forehead. I'm of the nature of eternal love. I'm the nature of pure happiness. Just aware of deep inside the forehead, a presence is there. That presence becomes aware of the body sometime, the thought, sometime the sensations in the body, and sometimes something different deeper within. Just an awareness deeper within. Somaya Namah. Somaya Namah. Samaya Namah. Samaya Namah. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thanks to the moon, thanks to our intellect, our aspiration, be in the moment of gratitude and thankfulness. Become aware of the right hand. Become aware of the left hand. And slowly bring both your palms over the eyes. Thanks again for this auspicious moment, time, with an aspiration for peace, happiness, and harmony in our life. You may bring your hands down and sit up. Take your own time. How it was, Marina?
I apologize for that.
Okay, that happens. That's normal. Sometimes we forget. So, Rita, how you were? Good? Yes, I could see. And how you were, Elizabeth? Okay. And yeah?
Oh, I think it was, yeah. I felt more like a sponge as I received it more than in the morning or at that time of night, I think.
That's good. And very nice.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Interesting.
I always felt the presence of the moon. Like, even when I was a child, I couldn't sleep usually when it was full moon. So it's very, like, there is, and I feel like I need to go deeper.
That's a good thing that you told us, and perhaps we won't claim that I and Anne knows your nature. You are very emotional, sensitive. So that is one factor which dominates. Yes, we know that. So maybe I can just redefine and revive this meditation practice for you and continue doing it. You are on the verge of that journey into your life where you need that emotional poise and, isn't it?
Yeah.
Emotional balance.